Hi boys, welcome back. It's me, your Shravani Miss, for your English first paper. Boys, I am expecting that all of you are enjoying your lesson and all of you are doing very well at home and learning well. Okay, so boys, today I am back to you with the same unit 25, and we are going to read today lesson 4, 5 and 6. And also we will do word meaning matching and question answers. So boys, get ready for the class and take out your necessary accessories. Okay, so this is the last part of the story. Now I am going to read it for you. Pluck and Moxie took the Gluster outside. The other animals were waiting. "Oh, give me my piece," said the fox. "I want my piece," said the rat. Suddenly, the jar fell to the ground and it broke. Bluster's voice and the jar were now in 100 little pieces. "Oh no," cried Moxie. The animals searched, but they couldn't find any of the pieces. It was too dark and the pieces were too small. "What are we going to do?" asked Pluck. "We will come back in the morning," said Moxie, and all the animals went home without a piece of Bluster's beautiful voice. They were all very tired looking for the voice, so they went to sleep. So, this is the another part. In the morning, as the sun came up, the birds went out to have their breakfast. With their good eyes, the birds saw the little pieces of the beautiful voice on the ground. They carefully picked up the pieces. They didn't leave one piece of beautiful voice behind. That afternoon, the animals finally woke up. They ran to get the pieces of Bluster's voice, but all they found there was broken glass. They searched and searched, but there were no pieces of the voice. Then suddenly they heard a beautiful song coming from the trees. Bluster's voice was coming from the trees. They looked up and saw the birds singing. And to this day, the birds sing with Bluster's beautiful voice, and Bluster and all other frogs can only say croak croak. So boys, this is all about the story of Bluster, and he had actually a bad luck because he lost his beautiful voice because he didn't want to share his voice. If he shared his voice willingly, then he wouldn't lose his voice. Okay, so I think Bluster is also foolish and it's his bad luck because he lost his voice, and it's a fable actually. So I think it is the funniest story in your textbook. You have enjoyed this story, and today now we are going to do some word meaning matching and some question answers from this story. Okay, so boys, I have not written the answer of this matching. You are going to write it because I know you can do it very well, okay, without my help. Now I am going to read you. I am going to read for you the column A and column B. Okay, in column A I have written suddenly, ground, searched, carefully, finally. Okay, in column B I have written used to introduce a final point or reason. Try to find something by looking or otherwise seeking carefully and thoroughly. Truly. Try to find something by looking or otherwise seeking carefully and truly. Then, quickly and unexpectedly. Then, with assurance or confidence, the solid surface of earth. Then, in a way that deliberately avoids harm or errors. An intention or decision about what one is going to do. So this is all about column B and this is all about column A. I am expecting that you are going to do it by yourself and submit it as your HW in the comment section. Okay. Now boys, this is our last topic for today's story, that is question answers. Today we are going to discuss on some elaborate questions from this text Okay, first one is what happened to Bluster's voice and the jar. Okay, so there is two questions, that is what happened to Bluster's voice and the jar. So you are going to write an elaborate answer here, that is suddenly the jar fell to the ground and it broke. Bluster's voice and the jar were now in 100 little pieces. Boys, I have collected this line from the story. You can collect it, as this is the elaborate question. You have to write this answer elaborately. Okay, so this is all about question number 1. Now we are going for question number 2, and please be careful about the tense. Okay, when the question is in past tense, you have to write the answer also in the past tense. Okay, and if it is in the present tense, you are going to write the answers in the present tense. Then number 2, why the animals went to sleep without Bluster's voice. So this answer will be also elaborate, because this is a descriptive answer. Okay, I have written, it was too dark and the pieces were too small, so the animals were very tired from looking for the voice and they went to sleep. So this is the reason, as there was too dark and the pieces were too small, the animals were very tired from looking for the voice and they went to sleep. So I have written the reason elaborately, and I have collected these lines from the story. Okay, if you want to write it another way, no problem, but the sentences should be correct. Then number 3, what did the birds saw in the morning? In the morning, the birds with their good eyes saw the little pieces of the beautiful voice on the ground. Okay, I have written the answer. I have written it in my own way. You can write it in your own way, no problem, but the sentence should be correct. Okay, so in this answer I have written, in the morning the birds with their good eyes saw the little pieces of the beautiful voice on the ground. Okay, then number 4, when did the birds finally wake up and what did they do then? So in the afternoon the animals finally woke up. Then they ran to get the pieces of Bluster's voice, but all they found there was broken glass. So I have written it also elaborately, because the answer will be an elaborate one. So the question was, when did the birds finally wake up and what did they do then? So you can see that there are two questions. One is, what did the birds finally wake up? Sorry, when did the birds finally wake up and what did they do then? So there are two questions, that's why you are going to write it elaborately. Okay, so in number 4 I have written, in the afternoon the animals finally woke up. This is the answer of first part, and then they ran to get the pieces of Bluster's voice, but all they found there was broken glass. This is the answer of the last part. Okay, then who became successful in using Bluster's voice? So you know who became successful, because at the last of the story, end of the story, we have come to know that the birds became successful in using Bluster's voice, because birds are very clever in this story. Okay, so the answer will be, the birds became successful in using Bluster's voice. So boys, this is all about your question answers. I have given some questions in my last class, and today I have given some questions. I am expecting that you are going to write it down in your CW copy. Okay, boys, try to write the question answers by yourself so that you may write it well in the exam. And I wish and I am expecting that you are going to do well, very well, because you are following all of the lectures very carefully. So boys, this is all about your story, all about your textbook, and in my next class I'll come to you with some more new topics. Until then, please stay well and stay safe and do all of the HW and follow all of the lectures of all of the teachers, because there is no way, okay, as you can't come to school, you have to study at home and through this online class. So this is your duty to follow all of the lectures. Okay, Thank you, boys. Stay safe and healthy, and pray to Almighty for everyone. Okay, goodbye.